No one saw him disembark in the unanimous night. In a few days there was no one who did not know that the taciturn man came from the south. What is certain is that the grey man kissed the mud. He closed his pallid eyes and slept, not through weakness of flesh but through determination of will. He wanted to dream a man. He wanted to dream him in minute entirety and impose him on reality. The stranger's dream that he was in the center of a circular amphitheater, which was more or less the Vernal Temple. He understood with a certain bitterness that he could expect nothing from those pupils. He dismissed the vast illusory student body for good and kept only one pupil. After a few private lessons, his progress was enough to astound the teacher. Nevertheless, a catastrophe took place. He understood that modeling the incoherent and vertiginous matter of which dreams are composed was the most difficult task that a man could undertake. He abandoned all premeditation of dream and almost immediately succeeded in sleeping. Before resuming his task, he waited until the moon disk was perfect. One day the man emerged from his sleep as if from a viscous desert, looked at the useless afternoon light, which he immediately confused with the dawn, and understood that he had not dreamed. He tried to assemble the student's body, but scarcely had he articulated a few brief words of exhortation when he became deformed and was then erased. In his almost perpetual vigil, tears of anger burned his whole eyes. On the 14th night, he lighted touch in the pulmonary artery with his index finger. He dreamed an intelligent man, a young man, but who did not sit up or talk, who was unable to open his eyes. Night after night, the man dreamed him asleep. This multiple God revealed to him that his earthly name was Fire, and that in this circular temple and in others like it, people had once made sacrifice to him and worshipped him, and that he would magically animate the dreamed phantom in such a way that all creatures except fire itself and the dreamer would believe to be a man of flesh and blood. The wizard carried out the orders he has been given. He devoted a certain length of time, which finally proved to be 2 years, to instructing him in the mysteries of the universe and the cult of fire. Secretly at times he was disturbed by the impression that all this had already happened. Gradually he began accustoming him to reality. Once he ordered him to place a flag on a faraway peak. The next day the flag was fluttering on the peak. He sent him off to the other temple, whose remains were turning white downstream. Afterwards came the panic-striking flight of wild animals, for what had happened many centuries before was repeating itself. The ruins of the sanctuary of the god of fire were destroyed by fire. But then he understood that death was coming to crown his old age and absolve him from his labors. With relief, with humiliation, with terror, he understood that he also was an illusion, that someone else was dreaming him.